Allow the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary political, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary political, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun diary political. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní àníyàn sọ́ra yìí. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àníyàn sọ́ra yìí. Presido bá rúfin o. Àníyàn sọ́ra yìí. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àníyàn sọ́ra yìí.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun live. Thank you very much for joining me, brethren. Please read beyond the caption of this broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Like it, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell all of them that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. If you have done that already, thank you. Tonight, we shall take a tour to River State, rivers of trouble. And it is the reignitement of the war between Werey, Fubara, and now their supposed godfather, Peter Odili. Yeah, they have been throwing stones at one another, and this is the recent or the latest one, as they are celebrating Christmas, they call it. It was Peter Odili, the first civilian governor of this dispensation for River State, is their godfather. It was Odili who brought about Rotifmi, Amechi, Celestine, Omehia, Werey, and every other ones that came after them, put it that way. They are those on record that even stood by Werey in 2015 when Rotifmi, Amechi, was reigning supreme. So it is always like that, right? When Odili was governor, he wanted Celestine Omehia to succeed him. And Rotifmi Amechi challenged that, the Ubima, Judas Iscariot. So court settled that. Rotifmi got returned as governor, and everything Peter Odili crumbled from that moment. However, Rotifmi Amechi appointed Werey as his own chief of staff in 2007. But by 2011, they were already having issue. However, Egbere Jonathan became president. Now, when Jonathan became president, he appointed Werey as a minister. So Werey left Rivers for Abuja. Then Rotifmi Amechi turned against the Jonathans, including his wife, who was alleged to be their godmother. So Werey standing behind the Jonathans, using the federal might, then challenged Rotifmi Amechi, who also wanted another person to succeed him. I forgot his name right now, but I know some of you know who I'm talking about. So that was the return of the Odilis, who, according to the record, were in good book of the Jonathans at the time. So there is a video online that a meeting was called in the home of Odili and his wife, where Peshe, Jonathan handed this Werey Wike to the Odilis as the anointed candidate that they should work for him to become the governor that will succeed Rotimi Amaechi. So long story short, Werey Wike became the governor and then the new emperor. He was worshiping the ground that the Odilis were walking. Now, when his own tenure was rounding up, he anointed Fubara. Now, this same Fubara is like out of their league, so to say. But Werey Wike needed a Dumbo to succeed him. And then he banked on Fubara to succeed him. While doing that, he also kind of called the bluff of those who were supposed to be his own godfathers, including the Odilis. They didn't want Werey Wike to anoint his own successor. That created a bit of, wahala between them. But Werey Wike had his way anyway. Fubara became the governor. Now, Werey Wike wanted Fubara to pay him back based on the agreement. You remember that song? Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. No time for nonsense. Agreement is agreement, yo. Something like that. Remember that song? That was the anthem of Werey Wike until Fubara gave him the middle finger that he was not going to give him 30% of the revenue accrued to the states. So, within 6 months, Werey Wike and his own anointed candidate, yes, his own installed successor, they became sworn enemies. To now add salt to injury, what happened? Fubara decided to go and reconcile with those people that rejected Werey Wike's choice of Fubara as his own successor. That's actually what got Werey Wike more madder. Because to Werey Wike, he had succeeded in retiring those who challenged him or challenged his own, his own hegemony in River State. The likes of Fubara, the Jonathans, and the rest of the you get, including Rotimi Amaechi. He has retired all of them, chased some of them away from River State. But Fubara went back, reconciled them, and called them the elders of the state. That is like an act of betrayal that Werey Wike didn't see coming. So now Fubara is the golden boy of these supposed political godfathers in River State. He is now like the nemesis of Werey Wike. They now rally around him in fighting Werey Wike. So a few days back, when in fact it was actually like yesterday, when Peter Odili held or hosted what they call the Christmas carol, a Christmas dinner or something. Fubara is a special guest of honor, and they did not miss the opportunity of throwing jibes at Werey Wike. The first person that did was this Peter Odili, and that's where we are going to start this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Odili.
Grandchildren. Very warmly and happily and appreciatively welcome all of you to this special evening. It's not a Christmas carol per se. It just happens to coincide with the birth of our Lord, period. It's a night, an evening that Mary and I and our family have decided that Our first family, thank you, Lord. Our first family deserves to be appreciated in a special way, because the battle that the governor has gone through from the 25th of October 2023 through the course of 12 months, a battle that he was fighting not for himself, not for his family, but in the interest of our dear state. It was an existential fight for the soul of our state. To reaffirm and reassert that the state can never be anybody's personal property. God does not stop halfway. What God begins, he concludes. Full marks, no minuses. And so we thank God for the signs of his presence in our state. You can feel it. Somebody called us a few nights ago to say that the last time an air of happiness smiles on people's faces, cheers in the hearts of civil servants, the last time it happened was before 2007. It is now that that spirit has come back to Rivers State. So we thank God for bringing all of us together this evening.
It is smoke Igbo. It is taking the It is smoke Igbo. It is taking the
So, Peter Odili, ordinarily, is the, like I said from the start, is their godfathers. I mean, so it's like the godfathers of other godfathers. Until Amechi challenged him, sent him into like oblivion. Werey used him to get, to power, then dumped him, thrashed him and his wife, who happened to be a retired Supreme Court justice. And the idea of putting their wives in the judiciary that will then help them to influence judicial decisions in their political journeys started with that guy, Peter Odili. And today, Werey's wife is on her way to becoming a Supreme Court justice too. So don't worry. According to Odili, which got Werey more madder right now, the latest madness is that the last time the civil servants or the people of Rivers State smiled, they were happy, was when he was governor. And that was before 2007. That since 2007 until now, when Fubara is there, people have been suffering. Okay? It's been one war or to another and what have you. And thank God for Fubara, who helped stop Werey from turning Rivers State to his personal property. That is the selling point in Rivers State, okay? That Fubara stopped Werey from making Rivers State his piggy bank. I do not buy to that. I don't. Because the only thing that will make me feel like that Fubara is actually a real deal is for Fubara to release all the documents, record of Wike's loot. Just drop it. Let's know what he stole and where he kept them. Because when Wike was looting River State, Fubara was the accountant general for River State. It was Fubara who was facilitating and falsifying the record as they are stealing the money in River State. For the record, the botched presidential ambition of Wike actually cost the people of River State 1.2 trillion naira. That's how much he stole. He was doing a Father Christmas, giving money to some states. He was bailing out Sokoto, especially Sokoto State. Sokoto State should have declared bankruptcy under, what's that guy's name again? Their former governor. How come the name just suddenly just run away from my head? Tambuwa, that's his name. Tambuwa. Wike was sharing money like never seen before. Even Atiku Abubakar couldn't match Wike money for money. His botched presidential ambition, Wike gave delegates. So no be joke na Dele Momodu told us so. $30,000 per delegate. They said Wike spent over $200 million to try to buy delegates. Last, now Tifku they voted for, which got him so mad that you are watching all this, dancing for thiefnubu and all of that. It didn't come from his belly. No. It's not coming from the position of Southern patriotism. No. He felt so betrayed. So betrayed. And that's River State money. Of Fubara today that is being celebrated, of stopping Wike from continuing to loot River State, is aware of all this money that Wike actually looted and what he used the money for. Over 2 trillion naira was stolen from River State. And today, Wike is walking about, even if thiefnubu will not do anything to him, Fubara should have availed us details of all this loot. Because, you see, 2 years before the end of Wike's tenure, Fubara, this your current governor, was declared wanted by the EFCC. He didn't live in his own house. Himself and his family, they were living inside the government house, River State government house, for 21 months to avoid being arrested. Because they felt like if they picked him up, Wike had immunity. They can't arrest Wike then. They picked him up, right? There's a chance that it would help them to identify all the loot and what they used the money for. But Wike shielded him. And that was why it was Wike that was going about campaigning. And he was always on the instruction that if the EFCC tried to break into his convoy to pick Fubara, the guys guiding him, right? They have the directive to shoot at them. It's a true story. So for you to know how much Wike protected Fubara and protected himself. So now that it seems like they are fighting, this is not a fight. Anyway, Fubara himself told the gathering that the problem of River State has been defeated. Well, rightly so, for the meantime. Wike's men, they went to court to stop the allocation to River State, hoping that if they stop the local government allocation, it's just going to be a matter of time before the state run into financial trouble. And then maybe people can come up and come against Fubara. So the court ruled that the federal government or the central bank has no authority to seize the River State allocation. None of it. That is a win. When Wike tried to stop the police from providing security for them during the local government election, tried to stop the local government election as well, he got defeated. So these are the the feathers and the cap of Fubara, and he brags about it openly. So at the same venue where Peter Odili eulogized him, he also had this to say. Saint Fubara.
Especially, my identity as a person is 70% Bayelsa. It's left for people who understand what I've said. But the truth about it is, it will be really out of place if, as the governor of Rivers State today, I don't have that understanding, that friendship, that family relationship with a brother state, which is, let me say, a son that is out of old Rivers State. The leaders of this state have been issued before the present political dispensation were all from Bayelsa. The records are there. So our story is not complete except we add that side of the Bayelsa. So when His Excellency was saying here that we had understanding, that is the right thing to do. It is the right thing. What are we fighting for? Issues of life is just mere understanding. We're not going to leave this earth with anything. But the legacy we leave is that building of relationship, that solving problem with love. That is the truth. You solve problem with love and not solving it with bitterness. So you just mentioned a few of the things we've been able to resolve within this short period. But above all, the most important thing is I want a better and stronger relationship with Bayelsa. If there is any issue of development in this state, if it doesn't work, if we don't work with Bayelsa, we can't sustain the development. And the truth about it is, good number of people that are living here are people from Bayelsa. They might work administratively there, but they reside here. So if we are developing this state, it is also for the interest and the betterment of Bayelsa. So we are not going to end here. We also need that side to also be better, so that the growth among this region will be uniform and also sustained. It can't be just one state developing. We must, it's not, in fact, as a matter of fact, one of the assignments I would want is to carry on with, let us strengthen the Praise Commission. The Praise Commission has the interest of our zone. So we can't talk about development, solving crime issues in Rivers State. Because if we solve only that of Rivers State, people might run to Akwa Ibom. In the night, they come here to come and that. So it must be something that while we're doing here, there should be that same synergy in Akwa Ibom, that same synergy in the Cross River, in Delta, in Edo, in Bayelsa. And that is the only way we can get solution to our problem. So I think you have to really take up this assignment and see what we can record before we leave. Because the only thing that can speak for us is those things that we have added that will bring changes in the life of our people. This job is a shift job. When you're there, you do the best you can. Do it in such a way that what you have done will speak for you when you're no longer there. And realize that you have to leave the place. Your umbilical cord is not buried here. You have to leave the place. And when you have that in your mind, you have a different idea of leadership. Leadership becomes a business of ruling people with love, and you attract that respect. And not forcing people to respect you because you want to lead them. There are two different things. So is our leader now, because he's the oldest in the committee of governors. So my leader, thank you for this Christmas visit. It will strengthen our government, and it will also show to the world that there is synergy between our state and your state. In fact, is our state, the two states. And to also assure Nigerians that we mean well for this country. We'll continue to do our best to make sure that the treasure that is being managed within this zone are protected for the interests of this country. We have a responsibility as leaders of these two states to protect the oil resources, our oil investment, both the ones offshore and the ones within the pipelines is important. And we're doing our best for that. Are we even talking about the amount of money we spend for internal security to make sure there are peace, knowing how volatile these our areas are? So please, we'll continue to do it. Not because there is anything we want to get. If there is no peace, there can't be development. You can imagine what we went through in the days of the militancy. I'm so happy today our region, more especially Bayelsa and Rivers State, is no longer what they used to call us. God has sent that trouble to some other areas. So we are now at peace. It's because we surrendered this situation to the hands of Almighty God. There is nothing God cannot do when you believe in Him. And let me also tell you one magic about it. It is because the state, Bayelsa, has dedicated itself to God. And our strength here too is not far from it. Whenever we make our pronouncement,
must save you the stress. You know, I don't know, maybe because I've heard that of Wike. I feel like I want to share that with you. Because Wike took it, as always, he took it more personal. And I want to kind of like apologize for the poor quality of the audio, but you are going to hear him. So Wike was in a church where he took his time to respond to Odili, and he called Odili a failed man. That between him and Odili, who was trying to control the resources of rivers, who was trying to turn himself to Godfather, if not for Odili. So because of our time, let's go hear that of Wike. I know those of you who don't even like hearing him. I am going to take him off my screen, please. Take it off. Tell me when you're tired, okay? I have broken this into two, like that of a Fubara as well. So I don't want to kind of play you the rest of that, but here is that of a Wike, specifically responding to Peter Odili. He looks older than Odili. Odili is over 70. Wike is just 57 years old. Wike is just 57. Just remember that. And it looks like he's over 70. I don't know, maybe it's because of stress, something else. But here is Wike, the man that loves to praise himself and expect everybody in the room to do the same. Responding to Peter Odili, the first part.
It's unfortunate. This is somebody that's supposed to be an elder statesman. This somebody that's supposed to call a father. What did he say? He said that the president of government has been able to stop one politician, one man who wants to convert River State as his personal estate.
Yes.
Oh, I remember when I was governor, all the praised me to high heaven. I know right? All the praised me to high heaven. In fact, he even said, no governor combined together and no one like this. Is that right? Is that right? Including you. Why? Let me tell you. In 2007, when he left power, he couldn't get power because Amechi was the governor there. He was gone. He was gone. Like somebody said, they are going to use somebody to bring us somebody. When I came in as governor in 2015, I don't use the word resurrected, but I got him back to life. See, these are the things when we have people, and if we have children, and your children say that I'm chocolate. You should not remind you are present behind every day. The man who has done what will do. Is it different now that you have changed to say this? Why? Because you have done the Christmas balance schedule. I didn't say it should not lose. When you reduce yourself to the level when people are watching television, we will show in a few days' time a form of documentary. How the best in the country. How God has used me to bring him back to life. As Ambassador Akaro, he was ambassador of South Korea. As he came down as a minister. But for me, our clinic was gone. I'm not so sincere. I'm not so sincere. But for me, he could not. Power clinic was gone. I have to rescue him out of it. All of us know about Power University. All of us know about Power University. But for us, there wouldn't have anything called Power University. But for us, if the national government did not spend, I had to, in order to help for the university to be established, I have to enter an agreement that the national government will be paying hundreds of our sons and daughters every section. Now, in every semester, each of them pay not less than 5 million. Now, calculate in one section. How much? Then for 7 years, most rivers people were attacking me. Why you university government money putting the president university this and that? It was me. He was living somewhere. Somewhere. You see, this is how people just, believe that. What can I learn now from such a person? What advice can he give me now? You still want to hear the next hour, you say the different thing. I have to personally call to his brother to build a match for him. He called the Nigerians that is going back Wike, that Wike has shown him love since the mansion he has been from them, my wife. He was taking them around the building. Come and see. Come and see. Must you be a trainer all the time? Must you be a trainer all the time? As a former governor for 8 years, what are you looking for? Now, the governor, all of us made. I just said 1 year in office. The same body has now gone to say he has beaten the record of all of the prison. I happened. When I was there, I am teaching, including, anyway, what will you do yourself? What will you say you did in 8 years? What can you do? What are you?
No, it's so noisy, isn't it? Don't worry, I've cut it short. So I'll show you the other part. But that was him lampooning Peter Odili. He said when Peter Odili left, that when he was governor, Peter Odili was praising him everywhere. Wike. That he was the one who had to build Odili a mansion. That means Peter Odili probably did not steal enough to build himself a mansion. That he was the one, with a Wike, that called the Julius Berger. Julius Berger to go and build him a mansion. And he was, Odili was calling everyone, come and see what he did for me. That it was him that completed the River State University, the State University, and also ensure that it's the indigenous people of Rivers that are sending their children there. Then Odili hosted Fubara and started saying that Fubara has kind of surpassed all the past governors. Fubara's achievement has surpassed all the past governors in River State. That means including him, the host, Peter Odili. So, Wike believes that those who are fighting him are ungrateful people. That's when he was governor, he shared the resources among them. He made everybody at their, here you get. But rather than for them to be on his side, to fight Fubara that betrayed him, they have decided of Fubara to fight him. Wike, sort of listen to his own voice a lot. You can tell. Listen to the other part of that rant in the church.
Use in fact, they have forgotten all he said. What is prophecy? I named this after you. I named this after your wife. What have I done wrong? You said we should not be part of government. We are left. We are managing. We are not crying. You are taking assembly money. They are not dying of hunger, and they will not die of hunger. We are okay. I'm focused in my job in Abuja. All this envy because you couldn't get to a level like that. Because when I was plotting who would become governor, was it there? Even when this governor was complaining to people, how can they go and be somebody who cannot stand before the public to talk? Today, she's doing Christmas carol for you. Even when I was not, he did for you. Just to stay and have power. Government for 8 years, you are not satisfied. It is now you think that you'll be satisfied. In the 6 months of the Indian governor there, to where? Ask of the people. We are there talking that. Ask of the people. 6 months. Here we are not talking I brought Omehane, all of them, to his house for them to reconcile. If you don't know what to do, allow those who know what to do. Don't be a distraction. If I tell you how the daughter became a commissioner, in short, you are here. I'm not. It was his nephew, the senior son, that was recommended to that commissioner. You know what he had to do? Oh, no, no, let's look at us. I don't question. He said, I was thinking of an elder sister who they are nominated their nephew, their senior son. I called him and said, no, please. This is my nephew. It's my senior son. My senior brother died. So I'm their father now. They took it. I took it. So, very soon, you see, gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, like I said, I have no time to begin to solve, but when a man has to use his strength to have left because she wants money, we will not solve the problem. We want. This is a man who said he wanted to run for president. He don't have the balls. He didn't have the way. So you know, I should say no, you will not work. You know what I mean? This is another party. You know what I mean? Because of him, I never invited the pastor to go to the state to commission project. Because I felt it would be humiliating for him knowing the relationship. When I was younger,
Let's agree that it don't do. I know. But because it is the rider for this charts, so we have to play that part. We will leave Werey, Wike, Rivers, and the rest of their troubles, okay? Let's talk about in northern Nigeria. You know, yesterday I said something about, or I shared with us, what the element from northern Nigeria considered as betrayal. That thiefnubu betrayed their Mumu tickets, Muslim tickets. And thiefnubu has now become the weapon fashioned against northern Nigeria. And that they are going to, we are going to have a pound of flesh. So yesterday, it was a Hellrufai, Kaduna Little Finger, that sort of added his own voice. According to the Hellrufai, he said, 2 wrongs don't make a right. The fact that Bokwari Fulanized the government of Nigeria for 8 years does not give thiefnubu the same temerity or right to now Yorubanized Nigeria. That thiefnubu has been given key positions to his fellow Yorubas, to the detriment of other ethnic nationalities. And we can see, according to him, we can see what these Yorubas are now doing to Nigeria. If anybody is arguing that Bokwari started it, 2 wrongs don't make a right, that thiefnubu should know better. And honestly speaking, the Ronukus, They have entered him. They called him names. Hypocrite, liar, evil man, terrorist. Shut up your mouth. Thiefnubu will do his 8 years. All of you Northerners are looking for reasons to cancel Thiefnubu. We will show you 2027. We will show all of you. Blah, 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 yeah. Okay. Now the noise I hear that got me kind of like interested. In normal, they will say that they fight for the next, for your neighbor's house. What concern you? One jan lekeji, kilo coin. But somehow it was too loud that, oh, it's not just about now. It's actually about others too. What does that mean? The crook, Mele Kiyari, the guy in the NNPCL, that criminal. It is now reported that by April 2025, his time as the NNPC chairman would end. A situation that has now prompted Thiefnubu to be touting a name. You see, these Northerners believes that this NNPC is actually their birthright. Have you noticed? And somehow they feel like if the president is a Southerner, a Northerner must be appointed as the NNPC chairman. So they now said that Thiefnubu is now looking to the side of a man who is also a member of the NNPC right now, called Bashir Ojulari. Now, this Bashir Ojulari is from Kwara State. You know, all those Fulani Yorubas or so, and is considered to be a Yoruba. But using that name, you know, his Muslim name, Bashir Bolaji Ojulari or something, that is his name. Northerners will tell you that the northern part of Nigeria, they are the same. Northwest, northeast, north central. So when you look at the place they call north central, which includes Benue, Kwara, Kogi, Taraba, Plateau, these are not Sharia North. But when it is politically convenient, they will tell you that they are one North. But when it comes to even politically convenient too, right? Even when it comes to political appointments, if you appoint anybody from Plateau State as North, Sharia North will reject that person. If you appoint anybody from Benue, Kogi, Taraba, where else again? Kwara, they will tell you that they are not North enough. So right now, this Ojulari is now being called a Yoruba man, which obviously he is. But he's a Yoruba Fulani. Here you get. They said it's from the Kwara North, or the Kwara Northwest, or something like that, Sha. So, the Rolukus are saying that this man on the right, this criminal on the right, Mele Kiyari, the man that spent over $3 billion in the last 7.5 years rehabilitating the Nigerian refineries, and yet they are still moribund. Okay? So they said they are pressuring Thiefnubu to leave him alone. If Thiefnubu could extend the tenure of the police IG whose tenure ended in April this year, Thiefnubu extended it indefinitely. Similarly, in the custom, Thiefnubu has appointed a custom CG and other positions, and they said that these appointees are due for retirement. They were due for retirement, but thiefnubu didn't care. He extended them. He ignored everybody talking. They are saying, why can't thiefnubu extend the tenure of Mele Kyari? So right now, the pressure is that Mr. Ojulari is not north enough. Is not northern enough, even though he is from North Central, Kwara State. Okay? So that one is already creating, Then I saw where, because there's so much right now that people, this voice is from Northern Nigeria, are believing that thiefnubu is doing everything to decimate them, to destroy them politically, economically, and what have you, reduce their influence. So I saw this one.
This is a direct message to people from Southwest. They have been calling us Northerners all sort of falling names, that we are parasites, that we are useless, that they are going to teach us a lesson 2027, that even if Tinubu excelled to become the next president of Nigeria, that they are going to bring somebody from South, not the North. Maybe they have baby mentality. They don't know the North. They don't know our history. One state in Northern Nigeria is equivalent to the whole of Southwest. My lecturer once told me something. My Calabar lecturer once told me something. He said, never, ever in your life trust a Yoruba land. He said, if a Yoruba man shake your hand, he mean maybe or no. While in your heart, he mean yes. While in his heart, he mean no. He said, if a Yoruba man nod his head, he mean no. They are hypocrite in nature. He said, never ever trust a Yoruba man. Our northern brothers, they make a great mistake. Me personally, I do not vote for Tinubu because I already know the nature of Yoruba. They are hypocrites. They behave like chameleons. And once they hijack power, their true color will prevail. And we have seen what Tinubu is doing, what Tinubu is trying to do regarding the tax reforms. The governor of Bauchi, Bala Mohammed, has warned President Bola Tinubu that his reform policy is anti-northern Nigeria, that we are going to teach him a lesson. This is not oligarchy. You understand? If he insisted that he is arrogant, that he insisted that the tax reform must come to stay, we are going to teach him a lesson 2027. He's going to lose election. His state where he come from, Osun State and Lagos State, did not vote for him 2023 election. He did not win election in Osun and Lagos State. Did not voted for him. Me personally, I did not vote for him. And this fight did not voted for him. He only got 8.4 million. This fight, four people came from the north. He did not even get a massive vote. You understand? Let me assure you, people from Southwest, that we are going to teach you a lesson. This is your hypocrite nature. We are going to teach you a lesson. You are going to lose election. And once a Yoruba man lost election, a Yoruba man will never ever rule this country. Even thinking of becoming a vice. Let me tell you, we are going to teach this Yoruba, this direct message to Yoruba land. Once Tinubu lost election, no any Yoruba man will ever click to power again. This is a message to you because we have already identified your hypocrite nature. My father told me, he said, never, my Calabar lecturer told me, never ever trust a Yoruba man because they have hypocrite nature. They have what they say and what they mean are two different things. Never ever trust them. They are hypocrite people in nature. This is a direct message to you. I'm just warning you, Yoruba people, that calling us all sort of names, insulting us on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook will not make you to become a president 2027. Tinubu is OTP, one-time president, period, inshallah.
nuisance lele.
Yoruba does suffer. God damn it. thiefnubu, I must abuse you. thiefnubu now Ogun go kill your papa, Ogun go kill your mama, Ogun go kill all your children.
Since when I born you never seen this kind of abuse before. Turubu, I must abuse you. Turubu, number 1, Ogun go kill your papa. Turubu number 2, Ogun go kill your mama. Turubu number 3, Ogun go kill your children. Turubu number 4, Ogun go bury all your family. Turubu is a goat, yo. A goat, yo. Turubu is a goat, yo. And wow.
When thiefnubu vouched for Bokwari, Yorubas were not hypocrites then. When Bokwari destroyed Nigeria, brought his Fulani terrorists upon us, invaded our land, killed our people, thiefnubu and his gang, they did all they could to gaslight us, the Yorubas. Yorubas were not betrayers then. They were not hypocrites. When thiefnubu helped Bokwari to rig himself again in 2019, Yorubas were not hypocrites. Now that thiefnubu that said, Demilokon is my turn, is now dealing everybody the same shege, whether from the north or from the south, everybody they collect them steady. Yorubas are now hypocrite. Deal with him. Okay? Majority of Yorubas, like you said, never supported thiefnubu. Now, that believed that thiefnubu that looked sick, probably about to die, and the power will return back to Una. Now he's showing you the other side of the coin. You want to put it on Yorubas. Now Ogun go kill all of Una, one by one. If Una no do Una worse, but I actually want thiefnubu to dare them and rig them so that make everything just scatter, burn down. Here you get. What would you say the Yorubas are benefiting in Nigeria right now? You that is watching me, maybe you'll be Fulani or you'll be Hausa, doesn't really matter. In your mind, what do you think the Yorubas are benefiting in Nigeria right now because of thiefnubu? Oh, the appointment. Bokwari destroyed Nigeria for 8 years, made billionaires, multi-billionaires from northern Nigeria. Yet northern Nigeria remained the poorest region. The people from northern Nigeria, they remain the poorest in the entire Africa. So what's his exact benefit that the Yorubas are benefiting right now that the Fulanis are not? What kind of shege the Yorubas are facing right now? Or what kind of shege the Hausas, the Northerners are facing in Nigeria right now that the Yorubas are not facing? What exactly? You see, we all know, some of us who are educated enough, we know that this your contraption are fake. And we can't wait for all of them to burn them down. Everybody they go their separate ways. Yeah? 2027, I can't wait. Made the whole castle burst. Yeah? Made the whole burning and the breakdown start from northern Nigeria. Look, una show thiefnubu. In your life till you die. Aboki, don't ever involve Yorubas in your mouth again. In your life. Because now you olori brukus. Because that's what we call you unfortunate people who use religion and what have you, your tribal, religious, and whatever other things for politics that sustained APC, Egbekegbe in Nigeria. The genuine people rejected APC, Egbekegbe, but Una did everything to make sure that you were threatening people for APC, Egbekegbe. Now you want to turn around and blame Yorubas. Now Ogun go kill you. Listen to this, Aboki.
This budget, they are making it for themselves and their family. That company, Mr. President, give to 15 trillion. What is the name of the company? Who is the owner of the company? 15 trillion. Without passing through the Senate. And then he achieved another one for buying aircraft for himself, 150 billion US dollars. Then I buy 1.5 billion for himself and his vehicle. Then you expect result, my brother. This 2027 that we are just 47 trillion is for the himself and the National Assembly and their family. It's not for me and you, the poor man. So let's just forget about it. Not even put yourself so that hypertension cannot kill you. Or you have high blood pressure for nothing. They are nothing Oga will offer. Nothing. The project is just for them and themselves. Okay, you ask yourself, you make a project 28 trillion. No road. Commission one road. Now let us see it. Commission the road, let us see, not by TV. Tell us this is what you are doing. And every day, they say, Mr. President, is new hope. No new hope. Oh, no new hope. From rice from 30,000 to 110,000. Guinea corn from 40,000 from 20,000 to 130. Then you are telling me there's a new hope. Which new hope? Where is the new hope, Oga? Dollar from 450 naira. 2023 before you take over. What is the dollar now? Going to almost 1,655 point something. So is there any achievement? As far as I'm concerned, this budget is for themselves and their family. It's not for me and you, the masses. Let us just forget about it and let us hold ourselves. God will take us 2027. We cannot continue like this. You say it's democracy, we agree. But if the democracy, they make the project and they pass the project, tell us this is what I want to do with this money. And let us see it in the ground. But you can't confuse or you just put it in the paper. We are educated. We are not illiterate. And personally, in democracy, you have freedom of speech. Though I see when somebody speak, they say, me, I don't care for arrest, I don't care to death. It's nonsense. You arrest me, you arrest nonsense. You kill me, it's only one bullet. I don't care about it. What I'm after is the truth. I am a Nigerian, I'm a citizen. So the budget you make is with me and my family and you, another person's family, all my brothers. Where is the road? Is it from the road from east or south or north? None. No road to nothing. And we are still suffering. Then what are we talking about? Say there's a project. Where is the project? We don't have any project. As far as I'm concerned, even formally, when the minister come for works and housing, you go to Kaduna, you go to place, you see me road, wearing steel helmet. You end up wearing steel helmet. All you just go back, focus on that 15 trillion. 15 trillion project, that is why he focus. The other project, they ignore it. This one that they make, we will see the project and we will see what they do for us. And let the Mr. President come and address the nation. My 2 years, this is what I want to do for my 2 years anniversary. I've commissioned Socio Road, I've commissioned Socio Road, I've commissioned Socio Road, and let us see, not by TV or by paper. That is just what we want with the masses of Nigeria. And let the food come down. Mr. President, Christmas is on the corner. How is this a brother going to celebrate their Christmas? Where is the road?
This shege, it shall be permanent. It shall be permanent. You see, this shege from Kolu shall be permanent. It shall be permanent. 8 years. 8 years. You see all this noise, all this, they are just like, what do you call it? Whatever you are even facing right now in that contraption, this is just the beginning. According to thiefnubu, I'm sorry, according to Bokwari himself, fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning. Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Elections have consequences. And right now that a lot of you are feeling like you have electoral value. Okay? Now una go no say, right? Nobody una voted for thiefnubu. You only help to validate the fraud. About frustration, it enter another stage. Make I tell you. Last Friday, one of them had to say, Omo, let's break up this country. They don't reach that level. They say, yes. We break up this country. Everybody go their separate way. We go to our own Araba country. Abiarewa, Araba. Come on, let's fucking go.
Wallahi, a ra'ayina da masu ra'ayi irin nawa ƙasar nan ta rubu. A raba ta kawai. a raba ta. Oduduwa su ɗauki nasu, Biyabara su ɗauki nasu, mu musulmi mu ɗauki namu. Wallahi wannan shine solution. A raba ta, a raba ƙasar, wannan shine ra'ayinmu, a raba ta. Su ci man su umma mai ɗin ne. A bar mu da shanunmu, a bar mu da wakenmu, a bar mu da gyaɗanmu, a bar mu da shinkafanmu, a bar mu da dawanmu, a bar mu da geronmu. Ku je ku ci fetur ɗin, ku je ku ci, a raba ƙasar. Mu samu mu ɗabbaka shari'ar musulunci. Ba wata shegiya Ngozi ko Dabora da za ta zo ta fi tsirara suke rabin mamanta a waje ta ɓata tarbiyyar 'ya'yanmu, ta ɓata, ba shegin da ta yi haka da sunan constitution ya ba da right. Babu wannan. A rabu kawai. Wallahi rabuwan ƙasa ne shine alheri ga musulunci, ga musulmai. Wallahi tallahi shine. Kuma shine munafukan cikin mu da su ƙara bayyana mu gano su. Ko kudu ko arewa. Wallahi a raba ta. Domin ba za mu yarda ana kashe mana 'yan uwan musulmi ba. Mu kuma su suna zaune a nan lafiya, ba zai yi ba. Gwamnati ki ta kinnot, ba za mu yarda ba. Ba za mu yadda a kashe mutane musu suna zaune a lafiya suna ɗebe matattalin arzikin ƙasa ba za mu yadda ba wannan ba. An fa zo wajen red line, ba za mu yadda da wannan ba. Shine gaskiyar magana, ba za mu yadda ba. Yawwa. Ko da a yi stopping ko kuma a yi yaƙi, wannan shine gaskiyar magana.
Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
Dojo ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Slow but surely, steady. Right? Even though majority of those who were screaming Yoruba nation with us suddenly just switched to begin to turn to emergency lover of Nigeria because of thiefnubu. Now they are saying that let Yoruba nation wait first. Let thiefnubu scatter everything first. Baba, same thing is happening now. Those who told us that Nigeria is not breakable, they are now saying Kasana Tarubu. Kilonje Kasana Tarubu. Break it up and we share our gari. Everybody they go their own separate ways. Slow but surely. Now you are hearing them. It be like say oh, I'm actually like it is crackling, okay? Like it's funny. You see that the Northerners are now saying that make Yoruba have their own place, make Biafra, make them go there. We are so quick. Which kind of shaggy do you think thiefnubu is showing them that they cannot endure for 8 years? About shaggy must be like some level of shaggy where they say, say generally in Nigeria right now, what people are facing, they have never seen anything like this before. Do you know that? And now Nigeria they've never faced this kind of thing before. So it must be like some level of shaking, not where everybody now come they talk say Kasana Tarubu, Tarubu, break it up. Wow. Within it's not even up to 2 years. You still have another 5 months to make it 2 years. So for 8 years, Boko Haram unleashed terror on the rest of Nigeria. Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, Iswapu, they were slaughtering people. They were kidnapping people. They were selling people off as slaves, children, women. But they say, oh, now Fulani phobia, you hate the North. You hate, say, ban the movement of cow. Let's say we hate the North. Let's say, okay, let us start Amotekun to go after these armed Fulani terrorists. They say it's against the North. So which kind of shege do you think thiefnubu has shown them in 20 months? And 19 months, it's not even up to 20 months, so 19 months. What kind of shege? We need researchers to please check it out, please. It's like we are downplaying the level of shege in northern Nigeria, because it be like seeing a buyer's remorse as well. You know, like people are like, they didn't expect this at all. What exactly did thiefnubu promise them? I don't understand though. This thing, what him move for Radani? It don't they look like say it no be ordinary? Don't they look like it no be ordinary? Yorubas rejected thiefnubu. Do you know that? The Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, the Yoruba Ponus, the ass lickers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the all-risers, Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the bad idiots, the bad starts. They are few. They couldn't even give thiefnubu any victory to show that Yoruba was with him. Yorubas were not with him. Oh. Yorubas rejected thiefnubu. In Lagos, thiefnubu did not poll 150,000 votes. Out of 1.1 million votes, thiefnubu could not score 150,000. What does that tell you? In front of thiefnubu's house in Bodilon, he was defeated. At the back of thiefnubu's house, he was defeated. Thiefnubu was defeated in Kano. He was defeated in Kaduna. He was defeated in Katsina. In Bokwari State, in Katsina, thiefnubu was defeated. So why would you turn around and begin to say Yoruba this, Yoruba that? Bishop Konope Payeni. Bishop Konola Ayoju Injeni, and you know the Bruku Dede. thiefnubu's art lickers, they know many. They are just agberos. Bunch of crickets. Yorubas did not support thiefnubu. Yoruba rejected thiefnubu. Tell it to the mountain. Go to the mountain. Go to the hills. Tell them that fact is facty. That's why when I see some of you abusing people who are queuing for bread and rice in Lagos, you are just being very much like insincere. You are not sincere people. Lagosians rejected thiefnubu. Yakubu falsified the figure. Yakubu falsified figure in order to bring the number close in an embarrassing. Alimosho is the base of the AC, AD, AC, ACN, APC in Lagos State. thiefnubu was beaten in Alimosho. That was when they started shouting Yoruba Ronu, Yoruba Ronu, Yoruba Ronu. How can this happen? How can Yorubas rejected thiefnubu. That's the fact. So some of you idiots who are like complete tribal bigots, you can be forgiven for your stupidity. But fact is fact. You can abuse Yorubas because of thiefnubu as much as you want. It's a free word. Do it. But it also shows your gullibility and your stupidity, and then your bigotry towards the Yoruba people. Yorubas rejected thiefnubu. Ekiti people that voted on credit, that Madam Are in your Ijebu, they say, Madam Are, vote for us, we'll give you 500 naira later. The entire number, the entire figure of the voters in Ekiti is not up to those who are in Alimosho local government area in Lagos. thiefnubu was beaten there. Over 80% of the votes was against thiefnubu. You all witnessed when they were attacking their fellow Yorubas in Lagos. When they said that they didn't look Yoruba enough. Abeti Bagbe, Yorubas rejected thiefnubu. These are Limajirinsi from northern Nigeria, where underage voters were lined up in order to validate the rigging, the fraud that Yakubu was to perpetuate. So this is just less than 2 years ago. Some of you have forgotten. So any small thing you want to abuse Yoruba, any small thing you want to attack Yoruba, Yoruba this, Yoruba that, Yoruba hypocrites, Yoruba this and that. But you have forgotten that they attack their fellow Yorubas, these agberos, these thugs, these cretins, these online Bambi alas, Alimajiri online Alimajiris, these empty barrels, noise makers. They couldn't come out. They couldn't come out to make thiefnubu president if not for Yakubu. Yorubas rejected thiefnubu. Yorubas rejected thiefnubu. But Yorubas are going to be the butt of joke now. We are now the ones that everybody wants to abuse because of Kolu. What did thiefnubu promise your Yorubas in northern Nigeria? What did thiefnubu promise your sheikh, your Satan of Sokoto, your emirs? What did thiefnubu promise them? That is what you should be asking thiefnubu. You should be asking all your leaders there who helped to validate the fraud. Where did the 8 million votes come from for thiefnubu? Where? Who are those 8 million people? So you can abuse Yoruba for all you care. I mean, that's it. I've allowed a Genene, a druggie, a drug addict, a drug dealer, a drug baron that claims to be a Yoruba man. So you tell me, what exactly are you facing in northern Nigeria that the rest of Nigeria is not facing right now? Yeah? Are they selling the petroleum cheaper for the Yorubas? Are the Yorubas buying the rice cheaper? Eh? Are the Yorubas having their own, they devalued Nigerian Naira, but in Yoruba land, Naira is very strong. Is that what you are saying? How can I push whatever you want to push? No wahala. 8 years in it. 8 years. So if you want Qatar, make you get ready. But if you think na election, you want to pursue thiefnubu. I laugh in what do you call it?
If you decide to vote, if Tinubu wins, all of you are going to join. That is God has spoken. Just let it go live. Let it go live has spoken. Just we have said it. Let me say in English so that the world understands. Okay, sir.
If Nigerians vote for APC,
Nigeria
will sink.
We will
in poverty. And the economy will be in shambles. If the government of APC continues, Nigeria will suffer extraordinary. I'm not in support of anybody. As a matter of fact, I don't vote. And I will never vote. I am telling you that we have never seen Archie before. Then this is when we now experience more Archie. We will be sick, the economy will be sick. I'm not saying anybody should like.
So if we now want fight, we could begin that fight or start getting ready. The same way Bokwari ordered the killings of thousands of Southerners, including those they killed during the NSAS. That's how thiefnubu will order the massacre of your youth in northern Nigeria. I'm saying it not because I wish it to wishes don't they change anything. To be about wishes. thiefnubu will order the shooting and the killings of your people. And nothing could happen. If you are waiting for election, Okuna, go get your voter's card, okay? Yeah, go and get your voter's card. So that if they declare thiefnubu, you can begin to maybe start a riot. You know, Kukukia. And according to him, I don't read social media anymore. They are building the hell out of me. Remember? That is a call. And guess what? It will order your killings, your shootings, and all of that. And some of your leaders, they will either get arrested, locked up, or they will be dead or run away. So if you are living in that, your deluded northern Nigeria, don't try us. Well, I can't wait. I can't. I really can't. want to see how that is going to play out. Go and get your voter's card. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Go and get your voter's card. Go and get your PVC, poverty validation card. Kia, so that we can remove thiefnubu in 2027. This morning, our own vintage barrister Dele Farotimi used his time on his YouTube channel to thank all of us that stood up and spoke up against his abduction. Those who abducted him, those who tried to use the same system to silence him. Dele Farotimi was so kind of like grateful because according to him, we are the ones that didn't let Nigeria happen to him. The intention was not just to silence him, it was to kill him. But the noise was so loud that his abductors, his oppressors, the supposed criminal Afebaban Laoli and his gang, it can't be like, say, the thief, woman, chicken. You know, it's like they stole the Kakakioba, the king's trumpet. To now blow it became a problem. Our noise turned Dele Farotimi to that bone that was tied to the neck of a dog. He couldn't eat it, and he couldn't throw it away. He was so grateful that he became emotional because according to him, he felt like Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, the people that spoke up for him, devoid of tribal, ethnic, religious, everybody, you know. And he never expected that, according to him. He never expected that. He thought that Nigeria and Nigerians are so divided that they would just say, it's a Yoruba man. It's none of my business. No. Everyone that cared spoke up. And in his mind, it was like, he actually became emotional at some point. That's the one I'm going to share with you and others. Listen to this. Dele Farotimi.
We stopped being human because we became Nigerians. They divided us and we fell for it. Because you wouldn't see me as a Yoruba man, you spoke for me. Because you wouldn't see me as a Christian, you spoke for me. Because you spoke. Because you spoke. Because you spoke. Because you spoke, Nigeria couldn't happen to me. Because you spoke. The only reason Nigeria couldn't happen to me is because you spoke. You spoke. That is why Nigeria couldn't happen to me. And yeah, Nigeria couldn't happen to me. Emu, Eki, Biteru Reko. You found your voices. I became you. And in our collective, you couldn't be silenced.
And he's right. Everyone forgot their differences. Those they hired online influencers that they paid to change the narrative, to find them guilty in their usual media trial. We silenced them. We drowned their voices. And the voice of reason, every day, everywhere, all platforms spoke out, called them out. And that's what Dele meant by saying that because of that, Nigeria couldn't happen to him, because it became so obvious that if anything should possibly happen to him, that may backfire. And he's right. So Dele Farotimi now wishes that we all have that similar bond or bonding to actually go after these rogues. He said he supports the sovereignty of the Yoruba nation, Biafra Republic, But with the unity of these criminals and the kind of power they wield, imprisoning the people of conscience and killing those they can kill. And with our division, it has been made almost impossible. They have criminalized self-determination, whereby people are being hunted down left, right, and center. He wishes that people are united enough to face these monsters, destroy them, so that we can get all we desire. Really?
There is nothing that afflicts me that I didn't see afflicting multiple others that I saw in prison. And I know of multiple cases on a day-to-day basis in Nigeria where the totality of the flaw or the completion of everything is found in the knowledge that the Nigerian is not a citizen. The struggle ahead of us is the one where we must demand to be citizens. Those of you who desire separate homelands, you are only going to get that when you become citizens. Unfortunately or fortunately for all of us, we are trapped in this monstrosity that is called Nigeria. If we are going to ever come out of the monstrosity, whether that be as different nations or whether that be as one, it would be because we found the courage to become citizens in the space we are occupying today, forget the contrived differences between us, and then ensure that as citizens, we exercise our free sovereign will to do with Nigeria, our home country today, as we care. So those of you who desire Odua Republic or you're desiring
Afra or Arewa or Warabview, the first thing first is to actually fight to be a citizen who have rights. If you are currently, none of us have any rights in Nigeria. We are just subjects, not citizens. We have no rights. They can do to us whatever they wish, whenever they wish. They can, I mean, they do it to us all the time. So this is the position of Dele Farotimi, that the homeland that we all desire, before we can actually arrive at that, the first thing first is to fight for what is ours in this current one, so that, which is go after the rogues that continues to deny us the humanity, the human right, which is our birthright. So he wishes that people are united, that people are kind of like united against their oppressors, not divided along tribal, ethnic, religious, and other nonsense lines that never, I mean, so they are weakening us. This is Dele Farotimi's position. And it's been the position of a lot of people. Nigeria is not a place where our supposed citizens are treated as citizens. We are treated as slaves in a place that was supposed to be a country. Unfortunately, we do not have one. We don't. Abi, why would anybody treat you this way? The police.
Biko nanya biko unye moto Highland Park leba ezu moto akita na oru ukwu ka ezu moto no ka oru ukwu na
I'm coming back to that. But take a look at this one.
I see they struggle with them.
And the driver?
It be like say.
See what you do my moto. See what you do my moto. Moto I buy yesterday. See what you do my moto 27 million. See what you do my moto boss. See what you do my moto. I don't do them anything. See what they do my moto. Hey, see what they do my moto. And this moto should eat me. Oh, see them for here. Okay, me.
Why you lie? Nothing can not buy. Nothing can not buy. Nothing can not buy. Un chicken kidnapper, you will.
They saw a young man driving Benz, and they tried to stop him when he won't stop, to be extorted. They started chasing him until he got until he crashed, and his car damaged because policemen wanted their bribe. Or is it how these guys were treated by the same police who were trying to also arrest them for owning a car in a contraption where being an ordinary citizen seems to be like a sin. Take a look at this.
You guys see they struggle with them.
And the driver?
It be like say. At the driver.
Sorry.
Where's the driver of this car?
I don't know.
The guy see they struggle.
People say the driver of the car, sir. See traffic, get the request for it.
The guy they struggle with them more. You know
He
why?
must say if he go now, a problem for him. And in car, sir.
And in car, you know they even agree enter self. You see they struggle with them. See, fam, the boy did not enter.
Okay, then chill out. They don't lock lock your hand with the car inside the car. They don't think come out. They handcuff your hand inside the car, so they don't think come out.
What of this other car? It doesn't
I
matter.
don't even know sir, for this other car. And you know what thing they run for.
They don't do.
Hey! 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 They will kill this guy now. They will kill him. What's going to happen? They will kill him now. They will kill the guy. Everybody go shut up because what's happen. Why did I say what's happen? Until they kill him. Why not go shout, Oga? You tell me so why they shout.
Why they go kill
things going to happen. Everybody will keep silence. Wait, no one's there. So it's an EQ person. Not be because he stand for road. Because he can't for road. Then they keep it like this. You say what's in.
Why they go beat this guy? They go kill him. They go kill him. Police, they go kill this guy.
So why they shout? Nine car, the boy car block road. Nine, he do bad thing, but don't be to deserve this kind of thing now.
white car. The white car. No, Blessed I didn't get this one. I don't know who get this one, but I didn't get this one. No, Blessed I didn't get this car, but I don't know who get this white, this Jeep. I know that I was to make the arrest, but I don't know who get this white Jeep. I didn't shout. Person asked me so why they shout. See the guy. Muna leave him now. Muna leave him. Muna leave him now. Muna leave him now. Muna leave him. Muna leave him now.
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
Mm-hmm. If you see Nigerians challenging the police in public, please don't judge them. Okay, don't. Because that is the only avenue for them to bring attention to what the policemen are up to. The moment they take you away from the public view, anything can happen to you, including losing your life. So when police target you, profile you as a young person or a middle-aged person, if you can create scene right there and then, there is a chance that somebody will record the incident and put it online. Because in most cases, it's not because you have done anything. It is just their random profiling. It is to go and rob you, and they may even kill you. So don't blame them. I'm begging you, right? Nigeria is a dangerous place. And the uniformed, armed policemen are not different from armed robbers, kidnappers. They do not have any warrant to search you, but they will search you anyway. The intention is not to detect any crime per se that they want to resolve. No, the intention is to find something that will prompt them to extort you. And they will do anything in ensuring that they are a bunch of criminals, and they are also on Mayegun's diary political. When you see some of them, they have family members who defend them online too. These are a bunch of criminals that will never go after armed criminals. They have the soft target, civilians, that they always target. And it's a case of profiling, right? Before I forget, right? Do we see our lady here, Ada Zion? Did I get it right? Did Mama turn 98 today? My lady, Ada Zion, are you here? So that I'm going to check my comments so that I can see you are here. Did I get that right? Is she 98 today or 96? So we have a member of our platform whose mom turned 98 today. Quite a milestone, right? Yes, 98. So now Mama turned 98 today, and we are going to wish her. Is it 98 or 99? 99. Wow. So I'm going to change that to 99. Tell me that is it, right? 99. Ada Zion. Okay, 99. That's a great one. So we are wishing her long life, not prosperity anymore, you know. She has aged gracefully. So we are just going to pray for good health, long life in good health, and as she continue to age gracefully. If Mama is watching, from all of us, we want to be like you. If we are going to be lucky like you, congratulations to you. And hopefully we are going to celebrate your centenary, which is 100 this time next year, right? So, and not all of us will be that lucky. So I saw a video where they were interviewing these centenarians, people who are like 100, 104, 108. And they were asking them the secrets. Guess what? You'll be surprised that some of them actually said, apart from the lifestyle they chose, lifestyle includes, you know, what you eat, what you drink, and how you carry yourself and all of that stuff. Majority of them said, maybe it's luck. They can't really explain how they managed to live that long, right? So, Mama, we are from a generation that will likely not reach 100, unfortunately for us, right? But we all appreciate the fact that we get to know you. And I wish, if you are watching this, Mama, congratulations, though. Just hold tight so that we can send the same greetings to you next year when you turn 100. Right? And every one of us here who is also approaching 90, because I know I have 80-something-year-olds here too. You won't believe it. Yes. I've got viewers who are like in their 80s here. I've got viewers who are in their late 70s, early 80s, on Mayogun's Diary Political. So all of now, you are so lucky. You're lucky. And then the family, you're lucky too. It's like generations, like about 8-9 generations witnessing this. So Mama, long life, in good health, and age gracefully. Because I don't know, you don't need prosperity anymore. You already prosper. Like you have seen your grandchildren, great-great-great-grandchildren, I believe. And to you, Ada Zion, please give Mama a cuddle or a hug on our behalf. Say from us to her. Congratulations. Let's go to Delta, where Bright Itio Bright has something for us. And it's a series of busted criminals from Delta. Watch this.
I am SP Dafe Bright. This is Delta State Police Command. I've come again with another wonderful suspect who defiled a 13-year-old child. Not only that he defiled a 13-year-old child, this child is, I can say, a bit disabled because he's a child that is impaired, physically challenged. He deceived this girl, took her into his house, locked her inside, and sexually molested her. That is why he's here. I really do not have much to say about this because I don't know why a grown-up chap like this would want to molest and rape, defy a 13-year-old girl who has physical challenges, who is physically impaired. It's a pity we cannot show you the girl in question. But let's listen to him. Name?
My name is Ezekiel.
Be audible.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel who?
Elijah.
How old are you?
22 years.
Are you married?
No.
Okay, you are from where?
Isoko State local government.
This thing where happen, where for happen? Na Isoko abi?
Yes. Ajara.
Okay. Avara.
Ajara.
Aviara. Okay. The pikin when you carry enter inside house, go sleep with. How you tell no?
Na for inside street na tell no.
Okay, where did they go that day when you see the girl?
Na two of them they pass.
Okay.
So as I call the pass, I call them.
Okay, the two of them.
Yes. So the two of them, no one come.
Okay, none of the Greek come.
No, but as they throw like 3 leg front, one man come back to me, and I ask her, and she accepts to me, and I said that we should go to my house, and she accepts. and she followed me to my house. So reaching the house, we talk. After that, I asked her for sex.
The girl.
Yes.
From what we heard, the girl not too complete like that. What will be the problem where the girl get?
She not the 2 the year.
Okay, she not the 2 the year.
Yes.
Okay, are you aware that the girl now, by our record, that girl is 13 years?
No.
Okay. Do you know what they call ignorance is not an excuse before the law? So I'm not sure that you know that one. However, for a 13-year-old, she not need her consent. Whether she agree or she not agree or is immaterial. It's not known to law because she has not gotten to that age where she can decide for herself whether she wants to sleep with a man or not. So what you have done is called defilement. But not we go past judgment. Okay? We have arrested you. You'll be charged to court for the offense of defilement. Then the court will prove whether you are innocent or not. However, it is obvious, according to you, initially you called them, they not come. So it is obvious that you took advantage of this girl's vulnerability. Do you have a child?
No.
By the time you born pikin as a 13-year-old, somebody deceive and enter and sleep with her, how you will feel?
It looks so bad.
You will be very happy.
No.
You will feel bad.
Yes.
So why you do to another person pikin?
Is that I did not know that she is not up to 13 years.
Okay, the law does not recognize I did not know. Yeah? But the painful part of it is that this girl is physically impaired. When you see her, you will know that she's someone that needs guidance, she's someone that needs assistance, she's someone that needs help. And they took advantage of that innocent girl. Confirm your name again.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel who?
Elijah.
Elijah, you are from where?
Ajaya.
How old are you?
22 years.
22
years.
Okay, we said this 22 years.
Defilement. I mean, a bright line of questioning is ridiculous. But somehow, if you listen to some of the bright arrested criminals, they are in their early 20s, young people. So that one there took advantage of a physically challenged person to defile her. And yeah, I think we have people like that who are always in some of our communities and villages like that. And sometimes they get, the family of the victims sort of have to like drop the charges or drop the cases because they are poor or they do not want any form of publicity on these vulnerable children. So people who are doing this, they deserve, the worst part of hell to be unleashed on them. Okay? Taking advantage of the physically challenged people, sexually assaulting them or raping them. There should be a particular law that actually send them to life imprisonment. It should be. There's no excuse. It wasn't caught, right? That's how they will be taking advantage of the little girl, So yeah, we may not kind of like appreciate the line of questioning of a bright all the time, but indeed, it is helping to bring to light the level of degeneracy in our society and things that people are actually doing to themselves, right? At what is called the Otta meeting, Otta village meeting, somewhere in Anambra. It's called the Orauku. Orauku, did I pronounce that right? Orauku in Anambra. The place is called Otta village. A CCTV captured a young man, maybe not so young, a car thief. And they are asking that if anybody has any detail at all, if you recognize these guys, please, you can easily reach out to any nearby police station. Do it for the culture. Somebody put this on there.
Biko nanya biko unye moto Highland Park leba ezu moto akita na Orukwu ka ezu moto no ka Orukwu na hall eba na meeting ka no bulu eba na meeting keta na mgbede aka no bulu moto biko unanya ya for this man kwachara isi oyi up and down amoho na onye Orukwu na onye I don't know but biko tosa na ihe a no ka ota ka eburi apa moto no ka ota onye aha bịa n'anya ka ọ na-akwụ this man na-akwụgharị ebe a biko onye ma this man biko si report ozugbo biko onye ma this man ọ bụ na onye ọrụ ukwu I believe na aya ama onye sigosi si report onwe moto inekwa ya nkịta ya afọ moto green ya na-eji bịa ohi akịta moto green pencil mat green ọ na-agagharị ebe ahụ ya na ọnọ ya na-ekwu okwu n'ime ụlọ ụka dị ya melu biko name the man na pencil light green that man ya na ọha na plan ya biko onwe ne video ọfụma onye na onye mma this man biko si report ma si kpọọ biko si kpọọ fada Holy Family biko ka report to Father Holy Family biko no Father Holy Family ọta if all this man the man onye nke bụ ka pencil light ọ kwụsịgo ya na the man ifo ka ha na-ekwu okwu now ifo ka ha na-akpa nkata ka esi wee bịa bụ the moto then ọ na-agwa ya jebe biko na ebe ebu moto ahụ na St. Joseph na Holy Family ọta ka ebu this car onye apakịla na Holy Family ọta ọrụ ukwu ebe a ka ebu this car biko nụ na anya ọfụma ka ọ bụ na onye ma onye dị otu a biko a report of Father Holy Family ọta na-eketa ka ọ na-aga na-eke ọ na-agagharị now ọ ya ha banye dị moto a buru ya pụọ na-eke ha na-agba ka ha na-amonitor the car biko onye ma these people biko say report onye ma these people ha report na Holy Family ọta ka moto a dị eburu eketa aba na-anọ meeting onye ahụ abịa buru the car kịta wee move biko efu kịta moto ha achọghị ịba na the moto kịta ọkpọpe the car ife ọba ego na now dora ka nke ọzọ na-eche oya revise the car kịta buru ya pụọ biko onye na-anya ọfụma ọ bụ na onye mma this person biko onye a report ọrụ Father Holy Family ọta biko ọtọ ọrụ ukwu ọtọn godi onye moto ka ọ na-atọn now ka o buru ya pụọ evra ka o si ebu the moto biko tụsasịa na ihe aka tụsaa na ihe a tụsaa na ka ma na-enweta onye dị imeli ihe a biko tụsaa nụ this video
biko nụ ọta ọrụ okwu in Anambra na you are you from ọta ọrụ okwu in Anambra, so how you want to recognize them? Some people, you don't really need to see much of their faces, now their head shape or even the clothing and all of that. Some people will see them. It's a poor image, very poor, but still, if you are from that axis, there's a chance that somebody from the eastern part of Nigeria will recognize that person's head shape or the, you just don't know, right? So hopefully they find their car. Look at this elderly guy that returned that was caught at Abuja International Airport. The man said that he swallowed 74 wraps of cocaine and he has only been able to extract 9. So right now, it seems that 65 wraps of cocaine is still inside his belly, his stomach. Watch this.
Can you tell us your name?
My name is Ifeanyi.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a businessman.
What type of business do you do?
I sell school bag and traveling bag.
Where do you have a business office?
Lagos Island. Hello.
Where were you traveling to?
Paris.
Which flight?
Air France.
What were you going to do in Paris?
I go for a visit.
Can you tell us what happened at the airport when you arrived?
The NDLA catch me for airport.
At where? At
Abuja.
Where? At the boarding gate where?
I forget the gate.
Okay. When they catch you, what happened?
Nothing happened.
You were they asked you questions?
Yes, they asked me questions.
Okay. And then what transpired between you and the NDL officers at the boarding gate?
They want to do me extra.
Yes.
Where I refused because of my health.
Okay. Then what happened then after that?
They bring me here.
To the office?
Yes.
Okay. So they took you to the officers escorted you to toilet this morning. What happened?
They find drug.
They find drug. How do they find the drugs?
Through toilet.
You do toilet? And
yes.
From your system? From your
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How many wraps have you excreted this morning?
9 pieces.
9 pieces. Altogether, how many pieces do you have?
74.
74, okay. Were you paid? How much were you? Do they promise to pay for taking?
3,000.
3,000 what?
Euro.
Euro, okay. And who's the person that gave you the drugs?
It's in France.
In France. What is his name?
Onyebushi.
Onyebushi.
Okay. How did he communicate with you?
No, he didn't communicate with me. I never see him for the first time. But somebody he knows, come and bring the thing for me.
Okay. So now I want you count it by yourself. These are the wraps you excreted this morning.
Yes.
Count it. Let's see how many pieces. You have to count it. How many?
9 pieces.
No, count this one.
Count it loud, one by one.
This one is 22 pieces.
Count it. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's how much he excreted. From the reports, he swallowed 74 wraps. And in the last 24 hours, he has excreted 9. So that's a protruded tummy. There is still 65 wraps inside. A traveler, a businessman, and who probably will say it's because of the economy, it's because of what Nigeria is and all of that. So he needed to boost his business because maybe business is not going fine. And then boom, he got caught. His life is also on the line, because they need to carry out a possible operation to get him to excrete the remaining wraps. Because if any, there's an expected amount of time that the wraps of drugs like that can stay in his stomach. So, or else, if anything should burst inside here, now death. I don't have anything to add to that. Okay? Than to say, no matter what you are passing through in that contraption, don't let anybody lure you into drug trafficking. Lucky you, if you are caught in Nigeria, there is a chance that you go to jail and spend how many years? I think 5 years, right? But there are people that will never return back to Nigeria. For example, those who carry drugs to Asian countries, a death sentence. So if you get caught at the airport, it's actually a favor they are doing you. If you cross border, finally, this year, you remember when the Kenyans stood up against Ruto because of the World Bank imposed taxation, which has caused serious economic hardship, cost of living crisis in Kenya, which now led to that massive protest that we witnessed, the third quarter of this year. Ruto managed, even though it was so shaken, it was shaken to his core. Ruto recovered. The political class recovered. And afterward, They have been going after the participants in that protest, like that of Nigeria NSAS. Similarly, they are doing it in Kenya. People have been going missing. There is a special squad put together by Ruto, president of Kenya, looking for those who participated or organized the protest at the time, and they are making them disappear as we speak. It is a national problem right now in Kenya. If you use the social media and you criticize the government, you will disappear. And it's always like this. For those ones captured on camera, take a look at this young man being kidnapped by the agent of government as recent as 2 days ago, less than 48 hours ago, somewhere in Nairobi. A young man was kidnapped by the plainclothes state agents. Meanwhile, yesterday, by the way, Ruto was said to have assured the country that those who are kidnapping his critics, that they will be called to order and it will stop. But it didn't, or it hasn't, or it won't. Take a look at this.
Wanamuingiza kwa boot. Wewe ando anachukua watu wa mtu anapotea. Polisi wanangata nguvu.
So you probably haven't heard much from Kenya all this while. Well, a lot is happening there too. Because people are saying that, well, if they couldn't remove Ruto through that protest, it will be removed via election in 2027. Something that Ruto is not going to give any chance. He is kidnapping people. This is not arrest, though. Like, they were making people to disappear. For real. Some, they are finding their bodies after a few days of declaring them missing. So that is why in Kenya right now, there is a palpable fear among the populace because you just don't know who is who. You don't. Most of the people that Ruto sacked, if you remember, he sacked some of his cabinet members in reaction to the protest then, right? Most of those he sacked, he has re-employed them. They are back in government. You see those taxes that caused the protest at the time, which he pledged by court. He said he will cut down the cost of governance and he is not going to impose the taxes. He has imposed the taxes now. It's like more or less like Kenya is on what do you call it? Auto dictatorship as we speak. They are passing through it as we speak right now. So I think it is worthy of mention on Mayegun's Diary Political, where we have indeed been following the development in Kenya. Okay, I said finally earlier. No, not finally. Now, this time, finally. Look at this man. His name is Dangbana Rashidi, or Rashidi Dangbana. This is the bastard that was crowned a king, a former Yahoo boy, internet fraudster, who got deported from Canada. But when he returned back to Nigeria, the Afobajes in Iwo, one of the historical towns of Yorubaland, they crowned him as Oluwo of Iwo. Dangbana Rashidi woke up one morning and he said nobody should call him Oluwo of Iwo anymore. They should be calling him Emir of Iwo. So his latest escapade is that Dangbana Rashidi has given his own support for the establishment of a Sharia law in Yorubaland. And he has some of these lunatics who are also his acolytes, who are preaching this their Sharia madness. So you see, we should stop crowning bastards in Yorubaland as Oba. It is unfortunate that if you take a roll call of those who have become Obas in Yorubaland in the last decade, they are either a bunch of bastards, right, who have been facilitated by other bastards in the political class of Yorubaland, crowning bastards as the custodian of Yoruba culture and tradition. Emir of Iwo, that he called himself, is in support of Sharia in Yorubaland. So is this madman.
Christianity lo mu che anu se kini la ko ni nukum esi ọ̀rọ̀ mi fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ láti Ọ̀yọ́ state wípé àwọn mùsùlùmí kan láwọn fẹ́ ṣe Sharia council ẹ wá lẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́ wọn iyara ya yin da ẹ máa lọ sí ní Ògùn láta ayé àti bí tẹ́ bá ti ń bọ òrìṣà yín kẹ́ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín ńbẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ agboolé yín lẹ sọ tẹ́ bá jáde wá bá wa á nà yín orí yín ti burú lọ́rọ̀ yín àwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ wa sálá fẹ́ lo Sharia lọ lórí a fẹ́ lo Sharia yìí tí ń bẹ nínú òfin.
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
Yeah, it looked like Asari that stopped downloading at 48%. Yeah, that's him. This Omwali, Radarada in Yorubaland, you know. They don't care if the land burn, if there's religious war, crisis in Yorubaland, they will likely feed from it. So he's like, I've never seen him before, but I think he's becoming prominent on top of this Sharia, that. He's Asari Dokudom that stopped downloading at 46% or 48%. So if we allowed him to download fully, it will probably be the Yoruba Asari. He's a Yoruba man, unfortunately. But we have many, many like that. So yeah, that's it. Now I am going to take a course. Hopefully the line works now, okay? I think I've fixed it. And if it doesn't, then we can call it a night. But I really do wish it works. So if you have anything to add to what we have shared so far, the line will be opened in a minute or two. Use it. And to our donors, thank you so much to everybody who has contributed to this Yoruba Union Family Support Initiatives for January. We are still taking donations. I've just been told that we only just crossed ₦1 million. And we are going for 20. So we are still far, far away. Yeah, and along Babu, me. How do we say that again? Man, hey. Ẹni Ọlọ́run bá bùn kó bùn mí, ẹni Ọlọ́run bá bùn kó bùn mí. Help us to help others, okay? So if you have anything to support us with, the account details is on your screen, use it. And if you probably have no Naira to give us, you can give us dollars, you can give us pounds, use the PayPal account as well, and just attach it to say for the Yoruba Union Family Support Initiatives, okay? We intend to feed or support at least 6,000 people, 1,500 families in January. So you can help us to help them. So I will be back in a minute or two, and then we can take calls. Don't go anywhere. And if you have to, kindly like the broadcast, okay? Like it, share it, subscribe to my channel, okay? And I will be back in a minute or two. You speak in tongue. Thank you. So I had to stop that early now because I've already used some of your time. The time we always assign for our phone in and phone calls. I have my first caller on the line, and you see, as it will be, a lady, Ada Zion. Is that you?
It's me.
It's me. Called. The last time you called, you were to report someone. And the second time you are calling, you are the first caller as well. How are you today?
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. My ego, you just made my day. You just made my evening. And I'm sure you made my mother's day.
Amazing. I mean, you just said that, it's been a busy day for yourself and the family, which is great. How is she?
Yeah, actually, Mama celebrated her birthday back home in the village. I'm in the UK. Yeah. I couldn't go, but by God's grace, next year when she'll be 100, yes. I'll be there.
Who knows?
Yeah, she had a wonderful.
So that I can shake an 100-year-old mother. You know, it's been a long time, right? My late great grandmother, she was about 101 when she died. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And she was one of those who raised me. So I get this relationship with elderly people as a little boy.
Yes.
That they used to call me. They used to call me Ajoko Tagba, which means he that stays with the elderly. Like I was a little boy, that they can't really send on an errand because I was too little to be sent an errand. So I grew up among the older people. So I have this affinity with them.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Mama was widowed at 38 and left with 8 children. 8 young children. And soon after that, the Biafra war started. And we lost everything. All my father's properties were lost, everything. And we went from wealth to poverty, real poverty. Mama fried akara so much that one part of her body became permanently hot.
Wow.
But she had to feed us. Today, to the glory of God, Mama now feeds widows in the village. She's now the one taking care of widows, even at this age. And it gives us so much joy. And if this is an encouragement to anybody going through anything, just know that, honestly, things can change. There's nothing on this earth that is permanent. You go through good times, you go through hard times, but she persevered. She took good care of us, and to the glory of God, we all came out well, all of us, honestly. So, thank you so much.
You are a good example of what it is, to be raised by a very strong woman. Because I can feel it.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud to be
associated
so much
with you.
Seriously, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Honestly, I'm almost emotional because I never knew you remember. Honestly, and I'm not going to comment on any of the.
Reminding me though, right? And
Thank
like I
you.
said, God spare our lives, all of us. And I look forward to when I will also make an announcement of our centenary celebration. And who knows?
Thank you so much.
You know.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much.
Safe,
God bless you. Thank you.
And you too, man. Stay safe. All right. You have a good one, man. That's very amazing. Like, what can you really say a 99-year-old woman hasn't seen? The good, the bad, the ugly. The story is like, not on that way, it's overwhelming. And it can really be an encouragement too. It should. Especially for all of us who are still young now, that in Yoruba land there is a saying, you have to pick one. So there's no way you are going to live long that you are not going to have or experience the good, the bad, the ugly. So which one would you choose? Die early and then you just have to see good, or live long enough to witness it all? So whatever doesn't kill you sort of makes you stronger. And we're happy to be associated with this centenarian in another 365 days. It's great. And I'm happy to actually be part of that too. I am. Here is another caller. Hello there.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Oh, I miss you. Here we go. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Mayogun.
How are you doing tonight? I don't want to call your name now because you are now becoming a regular feature, and I don't want them to pick you by your contribution.
Exactly.
So, how are you doing, Baba?
Yeah, I know Nigeria is not safe now. Nigeria is a zoo. Yeah, you see, all the topics you've mentioned this evening is fantastic. I mean, all the topics are fantastic.
Thanks, man.
From Nigeria, from the north, complaining. What have they seen? It's Shege Pro Max. They are just seeing.
Tell them.
They haven't seen anything yet.
They should stop threatening us. You want to threaten your thiefnubu, threaten them. Yorubas are not involved in all of this. Let's be very clear. You know. Yoruba rejected thiefnubu. Una embrace them. Una come one use them.
Of course.
Intimidators. Are you joking?
Okay. We reject Tinubu. You know this man in Ijebu North. What's this man? Kashamu. We rejected him.
Yes.
In Ijebu as governor. Yes. He wanted to become governor.
We never associate with all these people for real. Even though they had people kind of will lick their asses. So, but Yorubas will not really associate with you. If your criminal record is public, we won't.
Exactly.
There are not those who will lick your asses. But they are not in the majority. People need to know that, Baba.
So my own contribution is, look, let Tinubu continue with this tax reform.
It should.
Maybe that one will not even split. Maybe that one will not even split Nigeria completely, so that we can achieve Odudua. We can achieve Odudua Republic, Biafra Republic, Niger Delta Republic, Arewa Republic. In fact, Tinubu should just continue. You should just please. You should continue. You should dare them. That's my own prayer. You should dare them.
I am on his side.
You should not go back.
Exactly.
You should not go back on that tax reform, because if you look at it now, Ogun State, according to the statistics they released this few months ago, Ogun State generated over 142 billion naira in tax revenue. Kano State, in fact, all those 12 northern Sharia states, they could not even generate what Ogun State could generated.
All combined, but now bragging about population.
Thank you. Now, the alcoholic drink, they will collect the money. They love to collect the money, but when you come to the drink, they will go. But the money is not the money. So all this kind of 419, paying Peter to pay Paul, I think we should just stop. We should just divide this country gently and let us go our separate ways. That's the only solution. Without that, we are just deceiving ourselves.
Already singing the same song right now that Nigeria should break.
Let them break.
Break. Yeah, you know.
I miss this your song, Atishetan. at Jetton. I love.
Me. I've deleted it from my from my archive. It's paying me. I've been looking for it again. I have it, but I'll find it. Promise.
So Nigeria should just disintegrate. Let us go our separate ways. Yes. We'll develop ourselves. Then we can now face our own criminals by ourselves. If you are doing rubbish, we will face you. So there's nothing like, oh, it's because of Fulani or because of Yoruba or because of Igbo. No,
we can stop blaming other people. So everybody can face their own criminals. So if we want to worship our criminals, is our fault. We will not blame Igbos. We will not blame Hausa or Fulani. We just have ourselves to blame.
Exactly.
Same thing goes for others.
Exactly. And I cannot say we should go back to regionalism because it's not going to be possible. Because the North is still going to hijack it the way they hijack the northern, the western region during the regime of Tafawa Balewa that led to the coup of 1966 in which Kaduna Nzogu executed. But they could not execute the one in Lagos. Their plan was to install Awolowo as president because, number one, they knew that they did injustice to the man. So many things. So we should just go our separate ways gently. This thing is not working.
We are open though. Bro.
Peacefully.
Thank you so much.
Look, let me drop the call so that others can call in. Thank you very much.
Opened the floodgates. A lot of people are now on the line who want to add something. You stay safe there, okay, Baba? Stay safe.
Yeah.
And the MVP, most valuable people that you can come across. All of them we did that Nigeria. Facing all of these things and still kind of staying strong. I call you the MVP, the most valuable people. Here is the Prince Jejeman, representing
IPOB for life.
That is him. How are you doing today,
Respect,
Prince?
Baba. Baba, I do compliments of the season.
Same to you.
I greet you. I greet every member of the Temple of Truth. I hail everybody.
They are all greeting you. Please.
Respect, Baba.
Nice one.
Thank you so much. You have been so consistent. You know, any person where the count number no start from you, number one. That person a witch and wizard na be.
Tell us.
We greet you, Baba.
Thank you so much, Prince.
Yeah, what to call Mike? I call to talk about this our bookie friend. Where the holla?
I be imagine they tell us say Yorubas are this, Yorubas are that. Say now we go make deal with them. Now Yorubas go make deal with them. I been at thiefnubu.
Why go see their problem now? I waiting to record this sickness, this mental
disorder.
No, that's waiting. That's one name where they record mental something. You know, I had to describe the mental illness. Thank you. Now mental illness. You see, my ego. They know. May they use their tongue to count their teeth.
They should.
Because one thing they should know now is that middle births don't separate themselves from them. Right. This not where then they talk every time. It don't expire. You know, if they want talk, if that one want talk, make him talk where he come from, the state where he come from. We know where his own boundary stop. You understand me? Because na koro we all of us they look, then sell our destiny. Go give one person where we don't know where he come from. Yeah. Even for America self, they don't know his name. They don't know in beginning and the end. Now she or he, they don't know whether he get breast or he get the other one for them. You know, everybody is confused. Fulani open their eye because they won't hide all the atrocity and disaster of Buhari, both the dead one and the living one.
The dead
all
and
their my brother, all these are all the atrocities, the thing they did during their time in the history of Nigeria. Nobody has ever tried it. These people carry the constitution of Nigeria, put them inside the dustbin. Anything like federal character, they end them. You understand me? Buhari Hellrufai is saying he want people that can understand him, hear his language,
that work with him. And the only people in trust are Fulani people. So where is the trust?
So all the rest of Nigeria, don't want no person they can trust. It's only Fulani. We say okay, no wahala. Yeah, he begin to rule the Nigeria as he won't go. He carry the destiny of both home and people that is home or people where they abroad. Though. He carry our destiny, go give to somebody that they send her from Guinea, some send her from Senegal, we don't even know.
Like a Ghanaian.
Okay, Tunumbu is a businessman. You understand? He paid the full and he paid you guys. I mean, no give on our money. Shebi Mudu, I was in there calling name.
Yeah, Mumudu Yakubu.
You bet the birthright of Fulani, a born to rule. You sold it for a porridge. You sold the birthright to him. Abi, why are you complaining? Tunumbu have bought Nigeria, bought the destiny of everybody. Anything you want they can do, now you go take and do.
Yes.
You sold Nigeria wholesale to him. Why are you complaining? If you Nigeria no favor you, enter Niger near you.
Abi?
You know, join now, may they enter Niger if they cannot stand on their own. Have a Fulani cow country, then Arewa country. If you can't manage it, enter Niger. Niger will accommodate you. They are your brothers. You know, not just.
You don't even have to wait till 2027 to do that. They can start now.
Thank you, Baba. Nobody for not. Nobody now. We are Niger now. All in the one way would they share the same budget with them. If them even they benefit past me, we be Nigeria. The railway no from Lagos or from Kaduna reach Anambra. You know come.
But they won't carry and go from Nigeria to Niger.
To Niger, and Niger they benefit past me, we be Nigeria. So what are we talking about here, Mayegu? You understand this people?
Thank you so much. Because
Baba,
of the time
God bless
okay,
you.
so we'll do it like a chap, right? You always have the last one you had, which is
Baba. I think say it caught me.
No, I never caught you. You always have this last part of your message that if they want peace, they release.
Yeah, my last message, na on Adam Tunumbu, you don't say the no be na the cano be insecurity. Asare Dokubo don't come openly say na him be the insecurity in Southeast. Make na whole Asare Dokubo living na the cano.
Yes.
It's not on a problem because as he did there, the more the everyday kidnapping is not the problem. May they live in Nanikane alone. And Biafra, we cannot leave Biafra. If they say Nanikane go make us leave Biafra, and I lie you. Thank you, my good general. God bless you.
Man. Enjoy the rest of the year. I'll see you next year. Here is another caller. Hello there.
Hello, my brother.
Hello, sir. How you doing, Baba?
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
Adeo. How your side?
I'm all right. First of all, these people where they talk that can talk for hours. They should try and reduce their number of times so that other people can actually talk.
I know. So they be sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will be like they talk forever. When you check it, it could just be like about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's average. But yeah, you're right. Hopefully they will hear you. Please.
Okay, I just have two things. First of all, I've never been a supporter of disintegration, dividing the country, everybody going their separate ways. I believe that we all need each other. But at this point, I think it's time for us to go. Because if you look at the system, you find that we don't like each other. I live in the UK here. You see someone coming to the office where you work and you're discussing with the person, he's a Yoruba man. I'm trying to explain to him that out of the 3 people that contested this election, I think I would give the lesser evil Peter Odili the opportunity to rule Nigeria better. And the person insisted and told me, no, that as a Yoruba man, that he cannot vote for Peter Odili, that he must vote for Tinubu. I said, it's your decision. No, I'm not going to force you to do that. But if you look at what is happening now, are you now convinced that Tinubu is the right choice for Nigeria? He said, whatever it is, as long as a Yoruba man, let him be there.
See?
This is what he told me.
That's the sentiment.
So I
And if you
exactly, I didn't want to argue with him. Exactly. I said, if you had brought Osibanjo and bring Hope Uzodinma, who is my governor, I would take Osibanjo now. You can't compare light and darkness. So, but that
prefer the worst. The worst
exactly. But that is not always aside. Now the second one is, I'm still waiting for all these pastors, Adeboye and co from the Yoruba side, for them to make an impute regarding this Sharia law that wants to be installed in the Yoruba land. None of them have actually come out to say anything regarding that thing.
No, they are not going to say anything. Did you hear any of them condemn the killings of Deborah, the killings of
none of them have said anything.
Some people in the north. Did you hear any of them make any statements?
Exactly.
They can't.
Exactly. This thing is called going out of hand, though. That is why, sorry to say that, people tell me, I said, I don't really respect anybody amongst them all. If you want to talk to God, you talk to God yourself. Oh. To be honest with you, how can somebody read a Bible and I read it and you're telling me that he understands it better than myself? Is he more intelligent than myself? That is what I believe. So I believe that we all should read it and comprehend the Bible in as much as we can.
It should be.
So somebody who is not intelligent enough would come out and tell me this is the understanding he has from the Bible, and you want me to believe it when if I read the same thing, I understand it in a different way. So why are we deceiving ourselves? I'm not condemning all the priests. I know there are some good priests, but the world, especially Nigeria, is waiting for the church to rise and speak. We are not talking. The church is not talking. It looks as if there's something about the Christian faith now. The other religions are all coming out boldly to speak out, but the Christians are not coming out to talk. Well, let me not go too far. If you have anything to say, let me allow other people to talk.
Yeah, you've raised some salient points, right? People don't have to agree with you 100%, but the fact that you have raised some thought-provoking points is enough. Let's take another one, truly. Baba, enjoy the rest of the evening, sir. So here is another caller. Hello there.
Mayegun of Africa.
Yes, sir. Baba.
Okay, sometimes I'm just I'm watching it right now, and it's not synchronized. So I think the phone is faster than the.
It's the production.
Delay,
it's live production. So there's this 10 seconds delay between what you say and what is streamed out there, as it should be. It's not like that.
Yeah. That's why I don't want to be like this.
And talk to me. So
okay, I'm going to try to be fast. I'm going to try to be fast. The last guy that spoke complained about people staying long, but however, when he got on, he found out that he too started staying long. But you never know that you are going very far. You really never know. You understand? So let me not be like you. Let me go. Let me
them when they made that complaint, and I'll just wait for them to explore their own time until I am like.
So round up quickly. So let me not do the same thing. Now let me start.
Go on, sir.
Let me start with Werey. I don't want to follow the other name. One thing about you is if somebody has to be punished by law and they point a gun at him and say, do I shoot you or do I give Mayegun to change your name? I think sometimes they have to consider it because you are very, very bad at giving them. So I'll call Werey. The one you are talking about in
we call him Werey Wike. You have to call it fully so that they will know who you're talking about. But it's up to you.
Exactly, that's them. Okay, you got it.
Werey Wike is a madman.
Now you see when he was talking, no, there's something you did not address, or maybe I missed it.
Go on, sir.
When somebody sits up and starts telling you what he did for Odili and what he did this and he did this and he did this and they betrayed him, it has gotten to a point where that somebody is now boasting of how I bribed you, I did it, you're supposed to worship me.
Exactly.
You understand? He's not even hiding the fact.
He is.
Oh my God, it's so sickening. I use government money to buy. I'm trying to buy you and you refuse to fall. Now, if you ask me, saying that is beefing up Odili's name, despite all that you claim you have done for him. He still did not kowtow to your poho. That's one. So that's very foolish, and I'm happy he has been flawed. Let's go back to this people, these ones that we're talking about now up north. You see, it is very easy for you to. No, it is very easy for somebody to just come and decide you can. Oh, we are going to call the Easterners. We're going to do this. We're going to do that, and people will just follow you because you said. Because you said, oh, right now Yoruba people are not trustworthy. No, are you serious? I thought it was the Igbo man that was not trustworthy all this while.
It's the same.
Suddenly now, yes, no, I thought it was the Igbo man. Now, suddenly now, like you have explained, you people endorsed, you supported, and Tinubu has not paid off any Yoruba person. No. And I don't believe Yoruba people voted Tinubu.
It's the record. This is fact now. You see, there's a difference between people saying Yoruba support thiefnubu. Now, the fact on ground stays otherwise.
Oh, Koshele.
You get a lot in Yoruba land.
Koshele, rather.
A lot in
I was in Lagos when all these things happened.
Yeah.
I was in Nigeria. So basically, when we see all these kind of things, we just laugh. Somebody just comes and you can no diplomacy, nothing. You're threatening the same thing. Somebody talk about dogs and baboon. You are beginning to say the same thing about Tinubu. You know, I said something on this same channel.
Yeah,
I said something to you on this same some time ago. I said,
yes, sir.
Yes, even you yourself and two persons away from me said something like, "Let Tinubu be there, and maybe this is what is going to cost to us to find out what we're looking for."
Yes.
It might even just be indirectly a blessing in disguise. This
Tinubu, we are not gaining anything. So what are we going to lose? What is it that
this born to rule, attitude?
Yep.
You just come, you can you can't blame Yoruba people and tell Yoruba people who deal with you. Who are you? That you are who.com.
Did you hear the part where he said
that you are who.com?
Nigeria again. Like, where is that coming from?
Yeah, that is what they said about the Igbos. So your Igbos will never Yoruba. So you have now told us that you have now come. See,
like they will now be come out from your mouth Nigeria like this forever now. Igbos will not leave Nigeria.
The ground has heard you. The sky has heard you. Water has heard you.
Yeah.
It's so sad. So somebody said some things ago, including Kenneth Okonkwo. The guy before me said something that he doesn't believe in Nigeria breaking. No, I don't entirely believe. But right now, Nigeria has to divide first. Then everybody from your own agree to come if you want to agree on genuine terms to do things together. Not from here. Let us everybody go to your own to your tent to Israel.
Come from. Now, if we now agree,
there.
If we now agree to come back together, it has to be
on
terms.
On perfect agreement, not this shambolic charade that we have here now. I want to talk more, but I said I don't want to be like the past people. Maybe if I call back.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'll take another one because they need to stop threatening us. Nobody should threaten us. Okay.
Oh, any small thing they threaten, they did the same thing to Goodluck Jonathan. They threaten any small thing you are threatening. How dare you like I said, that you are who.com.
You know.
Thank you.
God bless you, Baba. Thank you so much. Okay, let nobody threaten us. Let nobody say because thiefnubu this or that, this is what will happen. Nothing will happen. Nothing. Bokwari killed the Yorubas, killed the Southerners in Lagos. He got away with it because majority of them in northern Nigeria, they felt like whether they come rain or sunshine, Bokwari will spend 8 years. They were saying it to our faces while he was killing us. So if you try anything in 2027 as you are planning, thiefnubu will unleash his terror.
Che, help us, help us. There is God. There is God, God. God should descend, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain.
What did you and say? What did you and say?
That's right. Hello there.
Hello. Hello, Michael. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for all the things you're doing. God bless you richly. Please. Yes, I want to make a little request.
Yes, sir.
Yes. This interview that the president of Niger granted a few days ago that was broadcast.
Yes,
Okay. Some quotes are the Northerners, Nigerian Northerners are trying to, those who speak for themselves and so on, are trying to make us believe that it was granted in Hausa so that the Niger president can influence their northern people, But I want to say that it was actually granted in French, and then he later made an Hausa version of the interview.
Right.
So and Nigeria and Niger's two major languages are French and Hausa and other languages. So he did that interview in French, which was broadcast to the whole world, and then in Hausa. And the request I want to make is there any way you can one day come again to look at that interview? Because the man pointed at, that's the Niger president, talked about the problems that are actually affecting, the root cause of our problem, not just in Nigeria, not just in that Sahel region, that's Burkina, Mali, and Niger, but throughout Africa. But especially as it concerns us too in Nigeria, the major cause of that insecurity. And he pointed out the facts to say that, look, he gave names, he gave coordinates, he gave dates of how Nigerian officials, both those that served, I think that was one that he said was once our national advisor or something like that is now actually at the helm of sponsoring these terrorists. So he gave names, he gave places. He even mentioned the amount of money that was given.
Right, just because you mentioned it right now, right? For the sake of our listeners, let me clear the area. According to him, he said they arrested some Lakurawa terrorists who gave them intel that they were being recruited by France and they were setting up bases in Kerbi, in Katsina, and Sokoto.
Yes.
He said that when he related this information to Nigeria, the former NIA director, Hellrufai something, right?
Yes.
Who happened to just be not only working for these terrorists in Nigeria, that whenever these terrorists were captured outside Nigeria, up to up to Libya, Burkina Faso, the Sahel to be precise, whenever the terrorists were arrested and they wanted to hand in their weapons, that this Nigeria NIA, National Intelligence Agency guy, would travel down.
And his people.
Yeah, he would travel down. He would be the one to receive the terrorists and receive their weapons. And at the same time, redirect them to wherever else they wanted to go in the name of controlling the terrorism. So, and in most cases, they don't control it, they don't quench it. They actually redistribute them. That these Lakurawa guys were actually recruited by France. I remember that video. I remember that part. It is so in-depth. And your Nigerian military spokesman came to collaborate what the Niger president said. Yes.
Because about two Nigerian army officials, top army officials, have come to say that, look, these Lakurawa people, that they have been friendly to us. So, in fact, one said at the beginning, I think about a few weeks ago, that yes, we know they have been there, but they were not giving us trouble.
They call them friendly.
They were friendly. Yeah. They were friendly. Meanwhile, they were friendly. Meanwhile, they were the ones troubling, terrorizing all these Sahel people. Terrorizing them.
If you look at your screen right now, if you do,
yes,
that is that Ahmed Rufai he mentioned in that video. That's the Ahmed Rufai. It was the NIA director under Bokwari. The advancement of Fulani terrorists, especially in Nigeria, the influx was his handiwork. The idea of rehabilitating terrorists was also his handiwork. You see, this madman called Nuhu Ribadu, is aware of the recruitment of all these terrorists and then, setting them up across northern part of
They are the ones behind
these
things.
guys are betrayers. These guys are betrayers.
It's less than this is more than betrayers. These are the people causing the problem. You people are blaming Tinubu. It's the problem with Nigeria today. It's not Tinubu. It's the fact that people cannot go and farm as they used to be in the four cardinal points of Nigeria. That's the major problem. The north is a food basket to Nigeria. If north will really, they'll let all these northerners really go back to their farm and farm as they used to do and produce what they used. Nigeria will not have food problem. The same in the east. The same even in the west. So that is the major problem. They are not just people causing trouble. These are the people at the very root of the suffering that Nigerians are going
Imagine
through.
those
And
who are
nobody's
supposed
doing
to
anything
end
about
the terrorism. They are brain behind it. They are those who are kind of nurturing it because of defense budgets, man. Because of defense budgets.
And some of them are coming out to tell us, it's just in fact,
he's trying to escape. He's trying to escape his responsibility and all that nonsense.
Can you imagine that? Although I heard that there was really panic. There was really panic in
everywhere. After they have granted like 50. They have granted like 50 different interviews to try to debunk the man.
Can you imagine? But everything he said is true. Everything.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, if you have time, one of these days,
I'm just drop it again because you mentioned it.
Make us talk about it
right away.
one of these days, and then so people can give their insights and so on. So the lesson I just a sentence. I just want to say a shout out to our brother Dele Farotimi, because it shows, as he said, the fact that Nigeria rallied around shows that whether Nigeria stays together or divided, that there's still hope for the black man. I mean, that there's still a time where all of us come together and rally around one cause, around one person, and show brotherhood. That just all I want to say. Okay, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Good night. Yes.
Akwashi. Amma a bar ku tai gona ku da kanku ba ku isa ba ku da wannan ilimi. Abu ne da suka tsaro. Maimakon a ce sun jaye da wani Chadi, sun jaye da wani Cote d'Ivoire, sun jaye da wani Senegal da Gabon. Ita Djibouti kan mukazancanta tunda Djibouti uwa ce ba su kadai ba, sun yi kasa 10 da annan.
Duk kowa da sojoji
sun kozo, kowa da sojojin sun zo sun tattara, mu yi musu adalci kan mu kazancanta
a bar su can da
Chadi, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal da Gabon mi sun kai. Emmanuel Macron sai ya ce ma wani mashawarcin shi da aka ce ma Jean-Marie Bockel, ka zo ka yi nazari, ka yi lissahi wada 'yan ƙasa Afirka gada ba wayo gare su ba, mu ce musu mun janye sojawanmu, amma ba janye su za mu yi.
Dodon bango
za mu yi musu. Ya ce Emmanuel Macron da ya ba shi umarni, shi Jean-Marie Bockel sai ya je ya zaɓi wasu soji bui, yana dibin za su iya mai wannan aikin. Guda ana ce mai David Pawlowski, shi wannan David Pawlowski wannan ya yi zaman wata runduna ta manyan makamai da aka ce ma artillery ko artillery cikin Faransanci.
That even terrorists that were captured in faraway Central African Republic, Nigeria is influencing their release. Nigeria, starting from under Bokwari, now that thiefnubu is there, working with Macron, is now blending the work. They've given thiefnubu a lot of money. They've pledged a lot of money to wherever thiefnubu wanted the money to be channeled to. As long as they can use disarmed terrorists, established terrorists, in furthering their disruptive and destructive agendas. Here is Adeola. You there?
Yes, Ekale,
Ekale, Baba, how you doing, man?
I'm okay. I'm very, very all right. I think all the callers tonight, they're all fiery in terms of the disintegration or the gradual halt of Nigeria as a getaway car for robbery. It's it's quite funny. It's really funny. For me, Sha, I just think that it will be either a gradual halt or a disorderly exit from that union. And I'm not sure if it will be disorderly. This entrance on this Sharia agenda they are pushing is just another smoke screen. They want to get people distracted from the real issues. And they are using religion again. They are reigniting religion to divide people the more. The real issues are there. But what is their go-to tool to use? Use religion. Destabilize everybody, distract people. And they are using it. And all these things, it will still backfire. It will still backfire. It will backfire. And
it's all cooking right now.
It will cook. And it will quicken that disorderly exit that we are looking for. We have to sit down and say, you know what? Which regions would like to form alliances? It's not, it's an unnatural entity. I said it before, it's the longest running experiment. How long do you want to run this experiment? It's a failed experiment. If anybody is a science student that understands that when you do an experiment and it's constantly not working, at least we are informed that the Nigerian system is a failed system that lets you know this is not how to do it. So we shouldn't carry on, Baba.
No.
We shouldn't carry on. Baba, good night. God bless.
If they not genuinely wanted their Arab nation, then they should bring it on. We're happy to actually accept that, aren't we?
No, all their systems there is not sustainable. They are exposed to Islamism, they're exposed to terrorism. Those regions are destabilized. One caller was talking about food security in terms of people can't go back to their farms. You can't have food security. You can't feed anybody. You can't do anything in the north. They destabilized it. Different groups are being funded by different entities. You don't even know which one is which until you have full intelligence to know exactly what's happening there.
And the intelligence community, who are supposed to know better, they are now culpable. This is not the first time. Danjuma once said they collude with the Nigerian army to cause this havoc, especially the killings that we have witnessed, the ethnic cleansing that we have witnessed in the Middle Belt part of Nigeria. Danjuma, who is from that part, cried out, remember? They collude. And he was right, still right.
See, the amalgamation of Nigeria, is, that thing was just a bad thing, my ego. From even if you look at the word amalgamation, amalgam itself, from the word amalgam, you are mixing things that are not related. You are mixing things. So even if you go back to the core English language of what that word means, it's a combination. It's like you're just unequally yoked. You just put you together. Amalgam, just put you together. It's like confusion. It's like a confused state. You bring different things together. You mix it inside stew, hoping and praying. It doesn't. You see, Baba, you can't hope and pray. It's either you work out your differences or you go your separate ways. But this Tinubu's government would help us to accelerate that orderly or disorderly exit. Baba, good night, sir.
God bless you.
Thank
you so much for your time. Okay. Here, let's see. I do have. I know I overshoot our time earlier, but we have just a chance of taking just maybe one more or maybe two. Hopefully. We can have that. I have winning. Hello.
Hello, Michael. This is Wada Biafra. How are you?
I am so very well, my lady. Wada Biafra.
Yes.
How are you doing to yourself?
I'm very well, sir. I'm very well. Very interesting program today,
Fantastic.
as always.
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay, I wanted to just touch on two things. Both of them a little bit about chickens coming home to roost. Obviously, number one is Tinubu's flirtation with France. France at the moment, their economy is imploding, for want of a better word, as their hold in their colonial draining of the African economy is finally coming to an end. The pact for the restitution to France for colonization, which they imposed on the Francophone African countries, where they have to send their reserves to the elite palace, is now come to an end. You know, the likes of Niger, Burkina Faso, all these people are no longer sending that money into France. The French companies are no longer, leeching off the Africans. You know, that horrible statistics we saw where the price of uranium was 120 per ounce or per gram on the market, but the French companies were taking it for $11 per gram for themselves. So all of that has come to an end, and France is suffering.
That's right.
France is suffering. Their economy is just,
it's never going to survive another decade. And that's why they are so desperate to see how they can grab all these countries back, whatever it's going to take, including destabilizing them for as long as they can.
Absolutely. They have to. They have to, because, everybody always looks at Africans as if Africans are poor. But to me, it's the European economies that are poor. They're the fiat currencies. They're the currencies with nothing backing them. Nigeria as a currency, it's a complete disgrace that we are where we are, because, so our resources are just disgustingly high. We are so blessed. But our population, our people are suffering because of bad leadership, because of corruption. And that corruption is twofold. It's the people inside that are helping, and it's the Europeans that have got their legs on our neck. And thank God, at least for now, France is having to is being forcibly. That's oppression.
That's the first part, and that is what they lost in those regions. I mean, those countries in the region is what they are hoping to recoup with Nigeria, and they will use anything and everything, including propaganda, to actually normalize it.
And it's horrible that it's our president, or so-called selection president, not our elected president, our selected president.
That's right.
That is helping them.
I call him illegitimate, whether elected or selected, is an illegitimate president, and he's acting it to the letter, like someone who was never elected by the people, who forced himself on them, illegitimate, and doing illegitimate things. Go on.
Yeah, and that segues very nicely into my second point, which is about the Northerners, because the Northerners are, again, chickens coming home to roost.
That's right.
Muslim ticket, we want this, we feel this. And for the longest time, I think it's 56 years out of 63 years of independence, Nigeria has been ruled by the Northerners in one form or another.
Yep.
And throughout that period, they've always enjoyed some level of appreciation from the state in terms of development, in terms of budgeting, in terms of monies flowing to the north from the central purse, all this state creation and everything.
Including that fake federal character, which is actually the fueling of, incompetence, the death of meritocracy. So the impunity.
Well, federal character kind of went away with Buhari.
It did.
Because he tore it up. He didn't pay the least bit of attention to it. And I remember talking to some of my friends during the election period, and we were saying, well, it's going to be interesting to see how the Northerners deal with the fact that with Buhari tearing up that federal character issue, they're not going to have a defense if the Yorubas do it, because it's turn by turn. Nigeria United, as we know. So
it's turn by turn Nigeria Limited. So it's the turn of this guy, and right now 2 years. It's so early as well. It's not even up to 2 years. What are they going to do? if this guy actually has 8.
Megan, what did the Igbos or the Biafrans
What
do
about the
during
Igbo? No, I'm even coming to that. Like,
the
what
protest?
should the Igbos do in the face of all
No,
of this?
we've never been at the table. Igbos have never been at the table. So we don't rely
If they are
on
crying
federal
after
for
2 years
anything.
or after 19 months, what should
No,
the
understand.
Igbos do?
No, understand. Igbos have never had federal help.
Nope.
There was loans of 7 billion that was taken out by Buhari or whoever back in the day for infrastructure. 2.5 billion went to the north. Something went to
the west.
south, a little bit went to the west, and nothing went to the southeast. We're not
When I
part.
say that, ma'am, when I tell people that Nigeria has the debt of over $140 billion, and there is no single completed federal project in the entire eastern part of Nigeria, it actually got some people like, really? How? So you show me one. Do you have any completed federal highways in any part of Igbo land? Do you have any completed railway, modernized railway in Igbo land? They said no. Do you have any completed modernized medical facility in Igbo land? They said no. Do you have any completed power projects of the federal government of Nigeria in Igbo land? They said, oh my God, that's true. But when they talk about Nigeria debt, we are all in debt.
So, right. So when you look at agricultural loans, it's all for the north. You look at the infrastructure project, it goes everywhere else but the southeast. The easterners are
don't
used
believe
to
that. They find it difficult to believe. Like, is that true? So, well, you do your research.
We don't get help from the federal purse. We don't. So therefore, if Tinubu does or does not, if Buhari did or did not, does not concern the Igbos. And like during the most recent protest for better governance or bad governance or end bad governance
protest.
Exactly. During that, Igbo stayed out of it. During the elections, Igbo stayed out of it. We did not validate this nonsense. We refused to come out for the elections. They wrote what they wanted, and that's the end of it. So we're used to it. And if I remember correctly, most of my countrymen said that we are in support of Tinubu's government, and it is 4 + 4. He must complete his 8. Because if this does not enter the bone of the northerners, who are the people, let us tell ourselves the truth, that do roll out the children and thumbprint and print all 10 fingers to validate nonsense votes.
It's called bias remorse. That's what I see.
Exactly.
Bias remorse.
Exactly.
They were also riled up 2.5 years ago about this Diamumu ticket, and they said the vote from Katsina alone is more than all the voters from the eastern part of Nigeria. It will cancel all of them. We don't care about
like
the Igbos are inconsequential.
Yes, that guy you had used earlier on in the program who came out to tell us that, one state is worth the whole zone. We are here now and you are suffering it. So why are you crying? You bought this, you brought this upon us, and you said we must have this, and you're still going for 2027 to go and do what? Are you mad? Let him complete 4 + 4.
As far as I'm concerned, all of us will do the cripple sign. In 2027, we'll do 4 + 4. Talk back.
Make we do that.
Thank you so much.
Since you want to do selection, make we do that.
Exactly.
So they must feel it. It must enter the bone so that by 2031, I think.
So whatever is now the leftover of Nigeria, maybe everybody can now agree that, you know what, let's break this whole thing up.
Let's break this up. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Just feel how these boys feel for a little bit for 8 years. Let's see how you do it.
Exactly. So you stay safe, okay? And thanks so much for calling in as well. All right. It's been a pleasure, man. You have a good one. So our time is fast spent. Unfortunately, we are not taking more than that. I promise that maybe tomorrow we shall have another interesting evening, and then you may have your own shot at this. Then you can possibly add your own voice and add your own contribution as well. So thank you so much, everyone, including our donors, everyone who has been chipping in their widow's mites. To everyone else, okay, thank you, and thank you. I shall see you again when I see you. So while we are leaving, remember, like the broadcast, share it, subscribe to this channel if you really don't want to miss any of the conversation like this. Okay, stay safe. Good night.
lámọ̀ tó dòdòdó.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ lámọ̀ tó dòdòdó.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun diary political.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdó.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Prẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe. Fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.